I'm Rachel.
And I'm Leah. And this is Hashtag History, the podcast for both history nerds and history haters alike,
where we dive into history's greatest stories of controversy, conspiracy, and corruption. Welcome to Hashtag History, episode 21. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Leah, and once again, I am taking her over, bitches! I'm sorry, I got carried away. I'm very excited and nervous. Now, before we begin, let's catch our listeners up on what we've been up to, Rachel.
So it feels so good to be back. A month break was a super long time, but it was also a super refreshing time that gave us time to catch up on putting together episodes for season 3. And trust me, this season is going to be so good.
Yay!
By the time this episode will come out, we'll have done another giveaway on Instagram. Mm-hmm. So it feels a little weird to talk about it here, since by the time this episode's released, a winner will have been selected. So congratulations to whoever you are.
Yay!
But yeah, so we're staying super active on Instagram, and you can find us there. It's hashtag history_podcast. And you can see on there that we just created these super cute necklaces. They're like these little pendants with the hashtag history logo on them. And then a little feather charm on the same chain to represent the quill that's in our logo. So be sure to check those out. Those are only $12. I don't want to make this a sales pitch, but they're $12. That includes shipping for these super cute necklaces. So check those out.
We would like to maybe be able to pay for the alcohol that we drink on the shows by the money we make. Possibly.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Because at this moment, we're going broke buying gin every other week.
Which we don't even like.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And I mean, the necklaces are super cute. Again, this is sounding like a sales pitch, but I have been wearing mine for the last 2 weeks, however long ago we created them. And I've worn it to the gym, and it I don't know, I was worried about it getting sweaty and stuff, but it holds up really well. And I think it looks really cute and classy with all outfits. Anyway, I'm done with my little shop TV.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah. And then finally, the only other update that I have, I want to give you guys a sneak peek already for episode 30. Yes, I am already giving you a sneak peek for our season finale, but
we're crazy.
We're crazy, and we are both type A over planners. But we are so excited. I'm not going to reveal too much, but just a hint. We are collaborating with a local museum to bring you a super special season 3 finale.
I'm nervous about that one, too.
Already nervous. That's 10 weeks away, and we're already nervous.
Yeah. I'm supposed to update now, but I don't really have any other update.
And the thing I just realized, so I brought cute, little snackies in here. It's our first time recording after, a month. And I have carrots.
How's
so
that
I don't
sound?
know if you can hear all that. But
what is it, the ASMR that people, are really into? There you go.
So I'm thinking maybe I won't eat carrots the rest of the time.
Okay. Yeah,
anyway.
Get them all in now. Okay, so now I'm taking her over.
So excited.
If I'm being 100% transparent, the only reason I know anything about this subject prior to my research was thanks to my new favorite Starz TV show, Outlander.
I think you're the only person I know that watches it.
Jackie said she does.
Oh, okay, just kidding. Our other friend Jackie watches it too.
Shout out to Jackie.
Hey, Jackie.
Okay, I am 100% obsessed with it. 100%. And the series takes place in multiple centuries, in multiple timelines, and places thanks to time travel. But the first couple of seasons center around the Jacobite Uprising of 1745, also commonly referred to as the 45, and the 45 Rebellion.
Okay.
If you haven't watched the show and are at all interested in historical fiction with lots of romance and sexy time, I highly, highly recommend it.
I like all those things.
I'm actually gonna, while you do your cocktail segment, I'm gonna pull up a picture of the main guy character, because wowza.
Is that the reason you watched the show? 90%?
80.
8. Okay, that's solid.
Okay.
No, I would be honored to describe that picture.
Okay, great. So just a quick little snippet of what it is before Rachel goes into her cocktail segment. The Uprising of 45 was the last of a series of Scottish revolts against their British rulers in an effort to restore a Catholic Stewart to the English throne. But before we dig into this dish, let's drink.
Woohoo! Okay, so let me preface this with I know absolutely nothing about the Outlander show, and I actually know nothing about the Jacobite or Jacobite. How did you say it? Jacobite Rising. There you go. I don't even know how to pronounce it. So I know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So everything I say from here forward when referencing the show and how this cocktail was chosen specifically because it reminds me of that one part where that one thing happened and then this part where that other thing happened, I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Great.
I found a website called that'snormal.com, and they actually have a whole article called Boozelander, Your Ultimate Outlander Drink Guide for Season 4. Have you seen Season 4 already?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Illegally. I don't actually have cable, so I can't watch Stars.
As long as you can understand the references.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, thank you to that author of that article for saving the day and giving me some inspiration for this week's cocktail. There were a bunch of delicious looking cocktails on that website, but in an effort to pull from the resources we already have and to avoid drinking gin, I have chosen the Red Jamie.
He's the guy I'm going to show you.
Okay. So before I explain what the drink is, I was hoping you could provide some clarity as to who Jamie is and why he's red.
Yeah. So first of all, I'm about to show you a picture of the actor, and I just wanted to point out that he's literally the first. I opened Instagram and I follow him on Instagram, and it's his picture.
Oh,
so get ready.
So it's like it was meant to be. Oh, yes. Can I click at other pictures?
Please, yes.
Okay.
Go into his profile. It's great. So Jamie is the main male character in.
Yeah, he's
Outlander.
yummy.
Yeah, he's yummy. Scottish accent. Just imagine a thick Scottish accent on top of
yeah,
it.
he just got better.
Mm-hmm. And he is.
And I may have just come across a picture of him in a white tank that's very wet.
Oh God, yeah.
A lot of muscle
no, he's
happening.
all about I mean, he'll show that bod.
All right. Now that I know who Jamie is.
Yeah, so he's called Red Jamie because he has, in the show, he has these red, curly, a mop hair almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So our drink is red.
Mm-hmm.
It is 1 ounce of Irish whiskey, 1 ounce of ginger ale, 2 ounces of cranberry juice, shaken with ice in a shaker, and then chilled, and then strained over ice.
I don't think we chilled.
It's cold.
Yeah.
It's been sitting here a long time.
Yeah.
I've been waiting a long time to drink this drink. It's cold. And according to the that'snormal.com website, this drink should remind you of that one time when Jamie's hair was perfect.
I think that's supposed to be a joke.
It is, but
I guess his hair is always perfect,
okay,
according to most people.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's drink.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Cheers. Good?
Yeah.
What?
I didn't think that cranberry and whiskey would go together.
I've never done cranberry and whiskey before, but it's delectable. Potentially better than cranberry and vodka? Or no?
No.
That's a pair that cannot be broken.
No.
No, this is delicious.
Yeah. It is Irish whiskey, which I feel this is all about Scotland.
Ooh.
So I feel a little
yeah, like maybe we cheated a little.
We cheated, but I mean, they're neighbors.
I think it doesn't help that we're drinking these with straws because I'm going to drain this whole thing in about 6 seconds.
I mean, I'm already about halfway done.
Okay, well, you have to drink up because you're talking this entire time.
Yes. Okay. Delectable.
Yeah.
What are you rating it?
Let me take another drink and then decide. 7 out of 10?
Yeah.
7?
Yeah.
I like it.
I do too. Okay. So before we dig all the way into this rebellion, and why do I keep saying dig? Let's dig into this.
I say that a lot.
Okay.
Or you know what I say a lot? Let's dive.
Let's dive into this.
We're going to dive further. Probably in future episodes that we will be recording, the word dive is probably in it 17 times. So.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Look out for dive, guys. That should be a drinking game. Okay, every time we either say, what did I say, dig or dive.
The other thing I've noticed, at least I say a lot, but you actually have said it a couple times already in this episode, is 100%. Like, I 100% agree with that. Yeah. And I 100% am obsessed.
And I honestly think I like pick up things from people I hang out with. I think I picked it up from you.
Yeah, and maybe the digging in thing is from me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if we spend too much time together, great. Okay, so before we dig in, take a shot, we need to go over the events that led to this revolt. So a little background. And by the way, this we're going all over the place for this, okay?
Wait. And I was going to say, I've changed my mind. This may have jumped up to like an 8.5.
Wow.
Because I just had to mix a little bit and it got sweeter and it's really good.
Oh, good.
8.5.
I might want another one. I know we're recording like 5 episodes today, so we should.
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. So anyways, we're going to be jumping all over the place. Okay. Time-wise, I'll try to keep it as chronological as possible. And there's also going to be a lot of like talking about battles and stuff. So just bear with me.
Take notes if you can.
And imagine that guy being front and center.
Okay, so yeah, I would provide a challenge to our listeners that even if you're driving right now, pull to the side of the road, look him up. The actor's name is
Sam Heughan.
Sam Heughan.
Did I make that up? No, it's Sam Heughan.
Okay. And just get that visual
right
before you listen to the story. Right. Okay.
I think it'll be fun by the end. It just might be a little rough getting there.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. So way back in 1603, James VI, I can count. James VI, King of Scots, inherited the English throne and became King of England and King of Ireland, thus forming a personal union of the kingdoms of Scotland, England, and Ireland. Okay. Scotland subsequently entered into a political union with the Kingdom of England in May 1707. That's a long time later, to create the new kingdom called Great Britain. The Union also created a new Parliament of Great Britain, which replaced the separate parliaments of Scotland and England. It should be noted that at this time, Scotland was still operating under a form of feudalism, which we've talked about in a previous episode.
Yes, we talked about that in our Black Plague episode. Here's a quiz. That was episode 8 or 9 or something.
Yeah, it was definitely the first season.
In the first season, yeah.
Okay. So in this form of feudalism, clans ruled by chiefs or lairds sliced up the Scottish Highlands. All of the people living on the clan's land had to pay taxes to the lairds, often in the form of goods rather than actual money. Rachel, I've uploaded a picture of a map showing the breakdown of the Scottish clan lands, if you want to describe that.
Yes, of course. So it's definitely a map. And
I mean, there's not much to describe.
Yeah, I can see it's broken into just like little sections that I'm assuming each of these are like clans. You have the clan of Robertson, Stewart. I was going to try to do a Scottish accent and
no.
I actually cannot do a Scottish accent. But yeah, there's the different clans. They all have different names. There's Clan Cameron, Clan Ranald MacDonald, so it's kind of like Ronald McDonald.
Oh.
A little bit. Anyway, it's a map.
Sorry, I was just eating a cube of cheese.
Not a carrot.
Not a carrot. So, clans gave a sense of shared identity and belonging to their members. In fact, most clans have their own tartan patterns, or what you and I might call plaid,
yes,
which members still to this day incorporate into kilts or other clothing. They wear it during like ceremonies and like Scottish games and that kind of thing. So you could walk up to someone, see they're wearing a kilt with a specific color and pattern, and be like, yo, you Clan Fraser. You my cousin, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah. Now, because of this sense of identity, the clans often fought with each other. Everything from small disagreements to all-out war took place among the clans regularly. But occasionally the clans would band together to protect Scotland as a whole. Think Braveheart.
Got thinking it.
Yeah?
Got it.
Okay.
Oh, great movie.
Even though I've heard that, I've actually never watched that movie. I know. I've heard it's like very historically inaccurate.
Oh, yes.
Like painfully so.
Yes.
But just imagine that.
Okay, yeah. I get the vibe.
So moving forward, I need to watch that.
Braveheart?
Yeah.
Yes, you need to watch Braveheart.
I've watched little bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, you have to.
So moving forward to 1688, the Glorious Revolution placed James II with his Protestant daughter Mary and her Dutch husband William, who ruled jointly over England, Ireland, and Scotland on the throne.
Mm-hmm.
Neither Mary nor her sister Anne had surviving children, which meant that their very Catholic half-brother James Francis Edward Stewart, remember him?
Yes, and I know him.
He was the closest natural heir to the throne when they died. Now, this scared the anti-Catholic English Parliament, who were gaining more and more power over the English throne. So, in 1701, the Act of Settlement was instated, which basically excluded Catholics from succession.
Wow.
Which is absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Like, they were just like, nah, no Catholics. Like, that's bonkers.
Not a thing.
No. So Mary died, so Anne became queen in 1702. And because of this new act, James Stewart was passed over as her heir. And the next in line to the throne was the distantly related but very, very Protestant Sophia of Hanover.
Hangover?
It's Hanover. But, I mean, we can just call her Sally Hangover. Which, Hanover, I found this out and I meant to add this, but Hanover is German.
Oh.
Family. They are some German aristocrats, and so now Germans are essentially running England.
Interesting.
Yes, the Hanover family.
The
Hangover family. So Sophia died in 1714 before Anne, her aunt or whatever, did. And when Anne followed just a couple of months later, Sophia's son, George I, was left to rule. So we got a German dude ruling the English throne.
Got it.
Because he's Protestant and
Got it.
Stewart isn't. Now, during this time, James Francis Stewart scurried off to France, then eventually Italy, exiled. I guess they were worried he was going to, try to claim his rightful place on the throne or something.
How dare he?
Weird. Okay. Are you following so far?
Yeah, I'm good.
Catholic, yet rightful, and I use air quotes here because I think we've all concluded that bloodlines and traditional monarchies are dumb, king has been exiled. Rando Protestant dude becomes king of England and begins the new Hanover dynasty of Great Britain.
I would love if that was how you wrote your, a history paper. Let's summarize the rightful person that we know. This whole thing is ridiculous. The rightful person has been exiled.
It's awful.
And then this rando Protestant dude, he's the current guy. Okay, got it. A+.
Now, this didn't sit well with the Catholic Scots or the Highlanders. And even those Scots who were Protestant wanted a Catholic king on the throne who would further their separatist desires. And I read some discrepancies. A lot of things say all of the Highlanders, all Scottish people, or a majority of them were Catholic. And that's why they wanted the Stewart on the throne. But then I read some other papers and articles and stuff saying no, actually, a great majority weren't Catholic. They just wanted a Catholic dude on the throne because they knew he would be more sympathetic.
Sure. And maybe traditionally, too.
Yeah.
Just following tradition.
Yeah, so you can read into that
how
you want to. Many attempts to restore James Stewart to the throne took place over the next few decades, including 2 full-on rebellions in 1715 and 1719, which were both very quickly squashed. I think you're taking a picture of me right now.
Yes.
Okay. The 1719 rebellion was such a blow that a large majority of public support of restoring a Catholic king to the throne kind of died a slow, sad death. The Scottish people were crushed. British troops were indefinitely stationed in Scotland after the attempted uprisings to quell any anti-British actions, and to be honest, were full-on dicks to the Scottish people.
Great.
Yeah. Jacobites, who, by the way, take their name from the Latin form of Jacobus, of the name James, became sort of outcasts, thought to be ridiculous idealists fighting for a hopeless cause. Mm-hmm. So Jacobites are the people that wanted to restore James Stewart to the throne. So the birth of James's sons, Charles and Henry Stewart, helped maintain public interest in the Stewart family, but by 1737, James was just chilling in Rome, having abandoned pretty much all hope of a restoration. But this didn't sit well with James's son Charles, aka the Bonnie Prince Charles. And you'll hear that name a lot.
Okay.
I guess
Bonnie
he was...
Prince Charles.
So Bonnie is pretty in Scottish
Okay.
Right? And I guess he was, by their standards, he was pretty.
Okay, got it. Imagining a pretty boy.
Yeah. Get ready, because you're going to see him.
Oh!
Yeah. So in the 1743 Treaty of Fontainebleau, or Pacte de Famille, the French king Louis and his uncle Philip V of Spain agreed to cooperate against Britain, including an attempted restoration of the Stuarts. You see, if they aided in restoring a Catholic king on the British throne, because they were both Catholic, they would establish themselves as strong allies, make their Catholic pope pat them on the head, and effectively end all of the dang near constant conflicts between their countries and England. I don't know if you, go back, if you look at this time between France, England, and Italy, it's just it's just constant. And it's over, stupid things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that background's all done, we're going to move on to the uprising. We're going to be discussing a lot of dates, a lot of battles, so just grab that drink, although I think you're done. Grab some cheese and hunker down.
I'm with it. Grab some cheese and hunker down, guys.
All right. In November of 1743, King Louis of France advised James Stewart the invasion was planned for February of the following year, and began assembling 12,000 troops and transports at Dunkirk, France, which we've all heard of Dunkirk.
Yes.
Since the British Royal Navy was well aware of these plans, a French squadron in Brest made preparations to lure British patrols' attention away from the Dunkirk troops. I don't know what these plans were, perhaps inviting them to an all-night raver on a yacht. I really don't know. King James remained in Rome while his uppity son Charles snuck off to secretly... Yeah.
Okay.
Snuck off to secretly join the invasion force in Dunkirk. But when the French squadron left Brest on January 26th to, again, lure the British army away from Dunkirk, where all the troops were stationed, the British Royal Navy refused to follow. They were like, dudes, we can see you planning an invasion right over there. We're not going to follow you. Right there. So, unfortunately for the French, storms sank a number of French ships while in port at Dunkirk and severely damaged many others. And in March, King Louis very quickly just gave up, canceled the support of an invasion, and instead declared war on Britain. Makes total sense, right?
Yeah, okay.
There might be more there to why he declared war on Britain.
Or there could not be.
Or there could not be, because I feel like they were just like, nah,
I'm bored today.
He stole my rocket ship toy. I don't know, it's just dumb. So, in August, Mr. Bonnie Prince Charles, the uppity son, traveled to Paris, and he might be I don't know if a Scottish person is listening and is totally...
We do have a Scottish audience.
Yeah, you two people in Scotland who might listen. I'm sorry if I'm insulting your peeps.
Yeah.
But also, just wait. In August, Mr. Bonnie Prince Charles traveled to Paris to argue for an alternative landing in Scotland, where he met with Sir John Murray of Broughton, not sure, liaison between the Stuarts and their Scottish supporters. Everyone, including Murray, kept telling Charles, this isn't gonna work. We should probably, hold off for a little bit. But the prince wouldn't have it. He was convinced that an uprising would magically work out this time and was dead set on being part of it.
Alrighty.
When Murray returned to Scotland with this news, the Scots reiterated their opposition to a rising without substantial French backing, but Charles gambled that the French would just have to support them once he was there.
Oh my god.
It's probably mostly due to the pretty unflattering way that the Bonnie Prince Charles is portrayed on the show Outlander, but I just don't like him. My impression is that he was very full of himself, probably trying too hard to prove himself to Daddy, convinced he was divinely sent to grace this earth with his presence, literally divinely sent to grace Earth with his presence.
Well, that's how I feel. About myself. So.
And he was not at all concerned that his gambles would lead to thousands of people's deaths.
Wow.
So I want you to take a look at the picture I uploaded of him and give me your thought.
And then I think I need to see the actor too.
Oh, okay. I don't remember who that is, but I can do that.
While I'm looking at the actual picture. Oh. Okay, so we have Bonnie Prince Charles here. It's a painting, of course. He's very pretty, is what I would say. Yeah, no, he's like very pretty. These pictures are always these paintings. The artists, especially when they were depicting royal families, were under the obligation they had to present these people in a favorable light. So even if you were like had a triple chin, they'd only give you like a double one instead. Or your eyes were too far apart, they'd kind of paint them a little closer together. So I do know this is not exactly what he looked like, and he is of course very beautiful looking in this picture. But yeah, like full lips, big oval eyes.
I have trouble finding his...
The actor? That's all right.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I can see the Bonnie part. Yeah, got that.
Okay, well, also uppity.
Yeah.
Right?
I can see that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, despite everyone warning Mr. Uppity to hold off, the Bonnie Buttface Prince spent the first months of 1745 purchasing weapons and eventually convinced France to provide him 2 transport ships, which carried the weapons and around 100 volunteers from the French Army's Irish Brigade, over to Scotland. But guess what? When the 2 ships left for the Western Isle in early July, they were intercepted by a British Royal Navy ship. Surprise! Surprise! And after a 4-hour battle, both ships were forced to return to port, and one of the ships had lost a lot of volunteers and a crap ton of weapons in the skirmish. On August 19th, the official rebellion in Scotland was launched when 700 Jacobite troops and more supporters joining every day marched on Edinburgh. It's spelled weird, but it is Edinburgh.
I believe you. I see your pronunciation there.
Thanks. Now, the Bonnie Prince Charles eventually joined them in Edinburgh on September 17th, where his father James was proclaimed King of Scotland and Charles his regent. This was followed by a shockingly successful battle. The Battle of Prestonpans, which some of these names, gosh. It took place just outside of Edinburgh and resulted in the defeat of the British troops, and 12,000 of them sent back to England to, quote, regroup.
Wow.
Yeah. So, like, all of a sudden, a real victory, even though they've just had nothing but bad luck.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, Prince Charles worked to gain even more support from the Scottish people, firstly by rejecting the Act of Settlement. You remember that act excluding Catholic heirs from the line of succession? Yeah. And then secondly, by publishing examples of British oppression. Like, he would print papers, like, kind of just outlining,
what the
like,
British had done.
Yeah, look at, they've been dicks to you. So morale was further boosted in mid-October when the French landed supplies of money and weapons, finally validating the claims of French support. A council was formed to, quote, advise Prince Charles, made up of representatives from France, Scotland, and Ireland, who also wanted a Catholic king back on the throne. But tensions soon rose as each representative wanted different things. Surprise, like, they're from different countries. Now, despite their different motives, the council agreed to invade England on the condition that the English and French support Prince Charles promised was forthcoming.
Okay.
The Jacobites made their way into northwestern England, slowly making progress and gaining a small number of English recruits, but by the time they entered Derby, which is actually like just over 100 miles from London, so they got pretty far into England. They thought they had gone far enough until more English Jacobites joined. You remember Bonnie Buttface Charles? He had promised English support of the uprising, and when he admitted it was kind of just made up, the council decided it was time to turn back around and retreat. Constant suspicion amongst the council and a general distrust of Charles's words? Of his word caused fractures in the United Front.
Yeah.
Not surprising.
No, obviously.
Yeah. All of this, like, it's gonna be, everything that happens is like a duh.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a duh.
Duh. Yeah.
The Jacobites evaded pursuit during their retreat with only a minor skirmish at Clifton Moor, crossing back into Scotland on December 20th. The invasion of England achieved little, but reaching Derby and returning was a considerable military achievement. So morale was high, and recruits from the Fraser, Mackenzie, and Gordon clans, as well as other Scottish, Irish, and French volunteers, brought the Jacobites' numbers to over 8,000.
Wow.
Yeah, so they were feeling good.
Yeah.
They continued with small skirmishes as they retreated, all of which were considered victories.
Wow.
I just don't understand why you would retreat if you're doing good.
If you're doing good.
Anyways, by January 30th, 1646, the Duke of Cumberland arrived in Scotland to take command of the English forces after the failures of previous leaders. So Cumberland decided to wait out the winter and moved his troops to do so at Aberdeen in northeastern Scotland on the coast there. Around this time, the Hessian force, German soldiers who served the British Army, because remember the Hanovers were technically German, took up position to the south to cut off any path of retreat for the Jacobites. So they were kind of coming in from both angles, and the Jacobites were just slowly being like herded into a region. The weather eventually improved, and by April 8th, the Northern Cumberland force again resumed the campaign, reaching Cullen, which is a little inland of the northeastern coast, on April 11th, where it was joined by 6 battalions and 2 cavalry regiments. And for those of you with no clue what the heck that means, nope. Battalions are large groups of soldiers ranging from 300 to 800. Jeez. So there were 6 of those. Jeez. And the cavalry are regiments who primarily fight on horseback. So in short, a lot of freaking English troops. And they all eventually ended up in Nairn by April 14th.
Wow.
And now we're getting to the grand finale, aka the Battle of Culloden.
Okay.
The Jacobite forces of about 5,400 at this time left their winter base at Inverness, leaving most of their supplies, and assembled 5 miles to the east near Drumwassy Moor or Drumossy Moor.
I liked the first way you said it.
Drumwassy?
Yeah.
Okay. Which today is actually called Culloden Moor. And in the Outlander show, it's always called Culloden.
Really?
So that was interesting. Why would they do that, you ask?
Yes, I asked.
Why are they leaving their base? Well, because Bonnie Buttface Charles had decided to personally command his forces, which meant stupid decisions were being made, despite being advised otherwise by, like, professionals.
Come on.
So he thought rather than wait for the British to attack, they should attack their stronghold in Nairn at night.
Jeez.
Jacobites have about 5,400, and the English troops have, I would say, at least that much, if not more.
Okay.
The Jacobites start moving toward the nearby English encampment in Nairn at about 8 p.m., which is well after the sun had set, so they left later than they needed to. And this was all on April 15th. But it took them so long to cross the boggy moorland, since they were avoiding roads, shocker, that they didn't make it to Nairn until only 1 hour before dawn.
My God.
So the plan was to attack at night and surprise them, and then they show up an hour before.
Like 5 a.m., 4 a.m.,
sunrise. Yeah.
like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
An aide-de-camp of Buttface Charles later wrote the following. Rachel, do you mind reading, and preferably in a crappy Scottish accent?
I don't mind reading, however, I don't think I could even attempt to pull off.
I just need you to try.
No, I couldn't even actually attempt it.
Just do a British accent with like a rolling your R. I can't
even roll my R's. I'll do a British accent, guys. Maybe. For part of it. Now I'm self-conscious.
Okay, don't. Just do it.
So, this march across the country in a dark night, which did not allow us to follow any track, had the inevitable fate of all night marches. It was extremely fatiguing and accompanied with confusion and disorder.
So it was a shit show.
Yeah, that was the nice way of saying it was a shit show.
Yeah. Lord Murray, who, remember, like at the very beginning, he was the contact between the Bonnie Buttface and, like, the Scottish people.
Okay.
Lord Murray, who now commanded a third of the Jacobite army, concluded that there was not enough time to mount a surprise attack and that the offensive should be aborted. Another officer was sent to inform Bonnie Buttface Charles of the change of plans, but missed him in the dark.
Oh my God.
Meanwhile, while Murray led 1/3 of the Jacobite forces back to Culloden, the other 2/3 continued towards their original objective, unaware of the change in plan. It was just a shit show. When word finally got to Bonnie Buttface that the first column led by Murray had gone back to Culloden, he conceded and turned back too.
I was half expecting him not to, since he doesn't.
He was like, these jerks aren't supporting their rightful king.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So he had headed back too. Others had almost reached Nairn before they realized that they were alone. So at least a third of the army.
Wow.
And that many of the members of the English army were awake by then, celebrating the Duke of Cumberland's birthday. It just happened to be his birthday, so they stayed up all night partying.
Oh my god.
The English troops soon found out about the planned attack and set off for Culloden between 4 and 5 in the morning, eager to fight with the knowledge that the Jacobites would be weaker after walking in the boggy moor all night.
Oh my god.
But they were also probably hungover, so I'm like, who's got the upper hand here? And I just need to pause so we can discuss what a freaking shit show this was.
Absolute shit show.
I can't, like,
from start
it's literally,
to finish. The whole thing.
I'm picturing, like, people actually running around with, like, their arms waving in the air, just, like, not knowing what the heck is going on.
Some of them are, like, arms in the air, but, like, walking sideways a little bit, too.
Yeah, I'm trying to picture it.
And absolute chaos.
Just total chaos.
And what does that do for morale, too? Like,
Get ready.
Okay.
Great question.
Okay.
So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about the actual Battle of Culloden because this isn't an episode of Game of Thrones, people. I don't think we need a play-by-play.
Another show that I haven't watched.
Yeah, you're not getting any of my references. Doctor Who?
Not even Doctor Who. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. You're just a different kind of nerdy.
Yeah.
It's okay. But I will say, all of the following led to the defeat of the Jacobite army on April 16th, 1746. All of these things contributed to the defeat of the Jacobite army. A large portion of Jacobite troops were further north, fighting another campaign against the British. The remaining troops of Culloden were exhausted from the trek to Nairn and back the night before. Many of the exhausted Jacobites had gone off to look for food or a place to sleep and just missed the call to battle.
Oh my god.
Those who did make it to the battle were exhausted and frankly pissed about the failure the night before.
100% I would be pissed.
The Jacobites' main battle strategy and only option in this case, due to lack of supplies, was to charge the British and engage in primarily hand-to-hand combat.
Stop it.
And the British had guns and bayonets and, cannons.
Stop.
So it's estimated about 2,000.
I would hope, if I was one of those people, I would hope I was one that, like, fell asleep and missed the call.
Oh, I mean, like, you would feel bad, but at the same time, you'd be like, this was stupid.
I don't know that I'd feel bad. This was a shit show. Yeah. I would prefer not to participate.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I was asleep. I missed the alarm.
The alarm clock didn't go off.
Yeah, my alarm clock didn't go off, guys.
So it is estimated that about 2,000 Jacobites died, and the remainder retreated and disbanded. In striking contrast, the English losses were only about 50. Yeah, so...
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, someone's coming at you with their hands. You can shoot them from several feet away with a gun.
Yeah, and that was actually, like, it was kind of like a very common thing that they did was, like, it's the Scottish charge, just like in Braveheart, when they, like, charge and they just do hand-to-hand combat. Like, that was, like, their thing. But it's, like, they have cannons.
Right. Do they do this scene in the show, in Outlander? Oh.
Yeah. Get ready. Okay. Buckle up for that. Culloden marked the end of the military phase of the Jacobite Rebellion of 1745. Of the officers and chiefs who escaped the battle, many fled to Europe and served in foreign armies. Many of the Jacobite soldiers fled to the American colonies to avoid imprisonment or death. Oh, and what happened to Bonnie Buttface? You're asking, right?
Yeah, I was wondering.
I'm so glad you asked. For 5 months, Stewart crisscrossed the western Scottish Isles, constantly pursued by government supporters and under threat from local lairds who were tempted to betray him for the 30,000 euro or euro? Pound? I don't know what it would have been at that time. But yeah, he had a huge reward on his head. But alas, BBC, Bonnie Buttface Charles, the BBC, eventually boarded a small French ship which ferried him to France on September 19th, 1646. But he never returned to Scotland. Oh, and I think it's 1746. Yeah, because he didn't go back in time 100 years.
Got it.
1746. He went back to went back to France and then never returned to Scotland. And I don't even know if he felt bad about, killing 2,000 people for a hopeless cause. So following up on the military success won by their forces, the British government enacted laws to further integrate Scotland, specifically the Scottish Highlands, with the rest of Britain. The battle was followed by a lengthy period of suppression in the Highlands, marked by government-sanctioned and supported massacres and plundering.
Jeez.
Members of the Scottish Episcopal clergy were required to give oaths of allegiance to the reigning Hanoverian dynasty. The Heritable Jurisdictions Scotland Act of 1746 ended the hereditary rights of lairds to govern justice upon their clan lands, and as a reminder, previous to this act, the lairds, which included clan chiefs, had considerable judicial and military power over their followers and their lands, despite technically being under British law, and that was no longer allowed. Lairds who were loyal to the government were greatly compensated for the loss of these traditional powers. For example, the Duke of Argyll was given what I believe is 21,000 euros. I don't know if that's like back then or pounds. I don't know. I should have looked that up. Those lairds and clan chiefs who had supported the Jacobite rebellion were stripped of their estates, and these were then sold, and the profits were used to further trade and agriculture in Scotland, which, I mean, at least that's nice.
Yeah, this is like the only good part I've seen from this entire thing.
Yeah. The forfeited estates were managed by factors. Anti-clothing measures were taken against the Highland dress by an Act of Parliament in 1746. The result was that wearing of the tartan was banned, except as a uniform for officers and soldiers in the British Army.
Oh.
So in short, the Highlander culture was smashed to a bloody pulp.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's the end of this uplifting episode!
Oh my god.
Rachel, what are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts? I think it was really sad. I think that was awful. I think you can have like all of these awesome thoughts and motivations, but if you have absolutely no resources and it's not practical, like don't fight it. Like just leave it alone if you're not going to win.
Yeah. It was the show, like the whole premise of the show is that it's someone from the future goes back in time. And the whole time she's like, hey, you like everybody.
You're just stupid, right?
Yeah, she's like, she doesn't tell everyone she's from the future because then they would like think she's a witch.
She knows the results of the battle.
Yes. And so she's like, no, like everyone's going to die. Everyone we know is going to die. This is going to suck. And they just don't listen. Yeah, they just keep on going.
Well, it doesn't sound like BBC Bunny
butt face Charles, yes.
would have listened either way. No.
And the way he's portrayed on the show, again, I don't know how realistic that portrayal is, but he's just so flippin' annoying. He's just like, I'm divinely sent and I don't know what else to sell you. We're going into battle.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
Well, I really very much enjoyed this because I knew absolutely nothing about it.
Yeah.
0.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Okay. Absolutely 0. I know who James Stewart was, and that's about where my knowledge
In what
ended.
Context? Like, how did you know who he was?
Wasn't he related to Mary Queen of Scots? Wasn't that his daughter or his wife or someone?
I think like Mary maybe Queen like a distant, because Mary Queen of Scots I think was in the 15 or 1600s.
Oh, okay. Either way, I know the name James Stewart because I remember it with the whole Catholic Protestant struggle.
But he is a descendant of her,
okay.
I believe.
That's the only context. I just knew the name, like, oh yeah, he has something to do with the whole Catholic Protestant thing.
Yeah.
And that's the extent of what I knew.
Okay.
I dig it.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed the episode, do us a favor and subscribe to #History on whatever podcast platform you use. Share it with a friend and give us a rate and review.
And be sure to check us out on Instagram at #history_podcast. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, y'all. It's Leah. And Rachel and I came up with an idea to put our G-rated appropriate bloopers at the end of every episode. So, if you want to hear me continuously mess up and slowly descend into madness, continue listening and enjoy. Thanks.
Oh, this is me, huh?
Living life, hanging, having restore James Stewart to the throne.
The Outlanders? Or no?
No.
Oh, I was trying to make a connection. Okay.
I'm like,
Never
God,
mind.
no, dumb.
Oh my God, you idiot. Take it back.
Oh my gosh. But this didn't sit well with oh my God.
Dude.
It's okay.
It's the cheese.
So the Jacobites evaded pursuit during their retreat, which, oh my gosh, breathe, Leah. The invasion of English achieved... Now that background's all done, we're going to move on to the uprising. Okay.
We're good.
Good.
Ready.
Okay, now we're on to the actual... Duh, I just said that. I'm not even drunk yet.